have to ask you something. I'm not sure how.
Is it scary?
Yeah.
So how long would you say you've been experiencing symptoms?
Like a month. I can remember some things, but other things are just gone, like details. I can't do details.
Olivia, the film is just, we wouldn't have understood it as well as we do had it been released a year ago or 2 years ago. I mean, it's phenomenal.
I know,
in the worst way.
Yeah, I know. It's so eerie, especially some of the things that I look back and think, oh God, we actually got that quite bang on, having had no experience of it whatsoever.
Yeah, just incredible. And it raises so many philosophical questions. What did it raise for you? I mean, in terms of the storyline, in the overall, in the philosophical view?
God, this yearning to come back to center, to be grounded in nature and with our loved ones, and how just everything else is just a distraction, and something that we're distracting ourselves from, which is strange, because I think especially what we found now is that in order to feel healthy and to feel sane is that we need a loved one's touch and FaceTime with those people, and also to be surrounded by plants and leaves and animals, and to see seasons change, and we've become so bogged down by unnecessary things that we think we crave and need. And it's just, yeah, I mean, what's been amazing last year is that it felt like the earth managed to heal a little bit with the grounding of flights and not too much traffic and pollution and things. But I just wonder that when we, when COVID maybe goes away or becomes more manageable, will we forget all that again?
Listen carefully. If you are experiencing NIA symptoms, I need you over here.
And the idea that we live by is that love is the answer to everything. And you're in a world where love is forgotten. You can't remember what it's like. How did you attune yourself to that idea, that really dark idea for shooting?
I mean, growing up, I witnessed grandparents with Alzheimer's and dementia, and so a lot of our loved ones live to a grand old age these days, but with that means the demise of the mind and memory in a lot of those cases. So it was strange to take what I'd seen and kind of channel that through a younger couple, and how that took on an interesting dynamic and somewhat made it more heartbreaking, because it's a relationship and it's a life cut short in a way.
The government have the true cure. They've been keeping NIA on the streets.
It's no wonder people went crazy.
This is not a proven cure. We urge everyone to remain calm.
So I think the film covers a lot of ground. It's a love story. It's about nature. It's about harsh realities. And I just love it. I just think it's one of the most provocative films I've seen this year. Would you comment on that?
Yeah, it is all encompassing, and we have this pandemic as the backdrop to the film, but it is about these two people trying to cling on to each other, and also just making it up as they go along, and you see these like desperate attempts for whatever cure they think they can grab their hands on, or like what they've seen on the internet, or their auntie from Kansas saying that if you drink your herbal tea that'll get rid of it. And then you've got conspiracy theorists and deniers thinking that it's a hoax from the government, and the parallels that you have now is just so eerie and spooky.
So the treatment, is it like a pill or,
And we'll be doing an oral cranial puncture.
sorry, what?
The brain is separated into 4 major lobes. Think of it as clearing a clogged pathway beneath the lateral.
But I just wanted to comment on your chemistry with Jack. It's so intense and so real. Had you known each other before?
No, but I felt like I'd known him all my life because I've watched him. He was on a TV show here called Skins. Then meeting him, he reminded me of just every boy that I went to school with, and we're a similar age, and we had all the same points of reference. And I'd been living in America for 4 years, so it felt like a piece of home. So I think that's why it was just so easy.
Yes.
Yellow.
Oh, do you remember meeting me?
I remember a water park.
What time of year was it?
Summer.
The minimalist look and the beautiful score are just tremendous. And they really add to the intimacy of the film, you know, without much verbiage. And I thought that was kind of brilliant as well. When you made the film, did you think that there was not a lot of dialogue?
No, I felt like there was tons of dialogue, especially because then I had to come back and do like a bunch of ADR sessions where I was narrating. This is the first time I've used my own accent since I started acting when I was 18. This film was based on a short story, and the short story by Asia Gable was just so melancholic that I really wanted to hammer that into the film. And so this kind of negative space of just stillness and landscapes, beautiful Vancouver landscapes, I think really kind of hammered that home, hopefully.
And it's a think piece. It really makes you think about your place in the world and how important are we? And, you know, will we, like the dinosaurs, be gone someday? I mean, it's an incredible situation.
Yeah. It makes you zoom out massively, doesn't it? And think that, you know, if we don't treat our home with respect, we will be shook off without.
That's right, we will be.
Thought.
When he first started to lose his memory, Jude kept it a secret, just like everyone did back then. All these little pieces. I find myself wondering how to build a future if you keep having to rebuild the past. They say you can't forget feelings, and I still believe that.
What is it? It's a fish?
Yeah? Got it with you.
Why do you tattoo fish?
Jude,
Yeah.
are you okay?